Well, hello, Karen Paddock here, creator of the Wildly Successful Step Into More Profits program. And in today's Karen Paddock TV episode, I am sharing a behind the scenes look into my Facebook ads dashboard and the process I use to get super targeted with my advertising dollars. Stay tuned. Welcome to the show that shares the latest tips and strategies for promoting and profiting online. Today is going to be a good one. So I have to tell you that I'm super duper excited about today's training. It's the first time in months that we are doing a behind the scenes training. I just love being able to take you behind the scenes and do a how-to show and tell kind of training. Today's topic is Facebook advertising. Specifically, how to use a special free tool inside of Facebook called Audience Insights. Truth is, Facebook is constantly collecting data on its members, and for us as business owners and marketers, that is a huge plus. The real benefit to Audience Insights is that you get to access all of that collected data so you can make very intentional and statistical decisions about where to spend your advertising budget. Before we get started, I do have a special download that will help you keep track of your Audience Insights research. Go to karenpaddock.com/mind map to download the Facebook Graph Search and Audience Insights Mind Map. It will be instrumental in keeping all of the data you collect organized. Okay, I can't wait any longer. Let's jump behind my computer screen, okay? Let's go together. All right, here we are inside my Facebook ads dashboard. And to get to the Audience Insights, which is what we're going to be studying today, you go to Tools, click the drop-down box here, and click on Audience Insights. Now, as I mentioned before, the real benefit to this tool on Facebook is that Facebook is always collecting all this data on all of us that are Facebook members, and we can tap into that to really navigate where we are best putting our advertising money, meaning which pages are we targeting, which companies are we targeting to locate and get in front of our ideal clients. So once you click into Audience Insights, click on Everyone on Facebook. And if you have enough likes, you can actually find out a little bit about your own audience. So if you scroll down here under Connections, right, click Open Connections, and it says People Connected To, and your page should be connected to your Facebook ads account. So click on that and you can get some insight on your audience. So I know of my 11,000-ish likes on my Facebook page that 90% of them are women and 10% of them are men. Okay, that's pretty important. So when I'm doing my marketing, I'm having conversations with basically women. So I would need to speak from that perspective. I also can see that the majority of my audience here, actually 60% of my audience is between the age of 35 and 54. Very telling on where they are in their lifespan, right? So pay attention to these things. Check out and find out more about your audience. So you can come down here, see relationship status, if that's appropriate, education level, job titles, right? Depending on what kind of business you're in will depend on how that will affect you. But the next thing that I really want to pay attention to, I want to X out of my page, is I want to go over to this tab at the top that says Page Likes. So click on Page Likes, and let's just start with the health and wellness industry. So who's really big in that industry? Weight loss, nutrition, fitness. One of the big contenders, right, is Weight Watchers. So if we type in here Weight Watchers and we choose the first one, which is the Weight Watchers page, you'll see here that Facebook goes out and it says, okay, for Weight Watchers, what are some other pages that the people that like Weight Watchers are interested in? And then at the top here, it gives you categories. It breaks it down into multiple categories. So you always need to be thinking about where your potential clients are hanging out, not just in the specific thing that you teach, but other places. So let's just take a look at this, right? So for Weight Watchers, we have, right, some personal websites, some books that they're recommending, or authors technically, Bath and Body Works. Like, you might not think of that initially, and I wouldn't recommend that you target Bath and Body Works, but I want you to start thinking outside the box. Now, as we scroll down here, you can see page likes, and this is really where I want you to focus even more. So, Weight Watchers, the people that like Weight Watchers, more than likely on a sliding scale here, right? So let's get these in order. The affinity, which we'll talk about the definition in just a second, are listed here. So Skinny Slow Cooker, Weight Not, Coach Mindy Weight Loss, right? Weight Watchers recipes. These are all places where the people that like Weight Watchers are also hanging out on Facebook. So affinity tells you how likely your audience is to like a given page compared to everyone on Facebook. So how likely your audience, because we're signed into your account, is to like a given page compared to everyone on Facebook. In this particular case, since we typed in the Weight Watchers page, Weight Watchers Market and Weight Watchers Recipes are up here at the top. So each person is 6.9 times more likely to like these pages. So they may be good options depending on what you are selling. What is your program? What is your product? What is your service? Okay, so let's take this a little bit further. I want you to think, like I said, outside of the box a little bit. And one of the apps I personally have on my phone is MyFitnessPal. And I know a lot of people use this app. So this is a situation where someone that wants to get fit, get healthy, they probably have this app downloaded on their phone. So let's see where the people that like MyFitnessPal, what other pages do they like? They like the Betty Rocker. She's amazing. Check her out. She is a phenomenal inspiration in the health and wellness space. So if that's your niche, she is a great example to look at. So remember, we're collecting pages that we can use to target our audience when we're paying for Facebook advertising, right? We want to get really specific on our Facebook advertising and get really honed in so that every dollar we spend in our ads budget is directly getting us in front of our customers, our potential customers. So this is a process, and it's not something that takes 5 minutes. This takes some time and probably a few different sessions of sitting down. But you get the idea. We're going to just keep making a list, right? From like maybe next after MyFitnessPal. All right, so let's look at one more here. So let's go to Shape Magazine. So each time you do this, you want to make sure that you X out of the search from before. And then now you'll get, right, a lot of magazines that your clients potentially could be reading. And you can see, Prevention Magazine 18.2, On Fitness Magazine 17.3. And each time you do this, it's going to be a little different. And you can change up the demographics here. You can change the age range, which is going to change your options, right? You can say just women if women are your target. You can get really specific. Okay, now let's just take this out of this space. If you are a coach or consultant and maybe you do business coaching. So let's talk about some of the things that you could use here. So let's start with, let's say, Entrepreneur Magazine. And you can see you have some organizations, Forbes Women, but let's come down here. We have Rich Girl Business, Female Entrepreneur Association. Now remember, we still have the women, right, between the ages of 32 and 46 up here. So if I clicked all and then took out the age range, let's see how this how this changes. So now it's not geared just towards women. We still have the Female Entrepreneur Association down here. More than likely, that's because the majority of my audience is female. All right. From here, we could probably take it a little further. If someone's building an online business and you're a business coach, one of the things that they're probably doing is using some type of email management service. So let's just type in Aweber, one of the more popular ones, and let's see what that brings up. Ryan Dice, Lead Pages, Frank Kern, James Wedmore, Eben Pagan, Entrepreneur on Fire, right? So these are all places where if you're a business coach and you are wanting to attract new clients, these are all places where your ideal clients are more than likely hanging out. So they are very good potential pages for you to be spending your advertising dollars on inside of Facebook. So remember, when you're doing your Facebook ads targeting, you want to get as specific as possible. So you want to use these pages, but not just the pages. If you have a specific location that you want them to live in, specific countries. Typically, I target the US and Canada. What age bracket? Are you gender specific? So you want to make sure that you are breaking it down very specifically so that when at the end of the day, your ad dollars are being spent in a targeted way on Facebook. Okay? So hopefully this helps. Do this exercise. Go through this process and take the time to learn more about your ideal clients. And remember, you can always come back here and see the demographics of these pages, okay? And your page. There you have it. You just learned how to use the Audience Insights tool to completely restructure your advertising strategy. So just stop wasting your money by not doing your homework. This information is a game changer for getting in front of your ideal clients. Remember, go to KarenPaddock.com/mindmap to download the Facebook Graph Search and Audience Insights Mind Map. I believe 2016 is your breakout year, and I am so happy to support you every step of the way. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you soon on another episode of Karen Paddock TV. Have a great week.